Hey, it's Kaero. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some standard ranked. I haven't had a ton of time to play a lot of MTG Arena lately. If you've noticed, since you've been following the channel and subscribed, because I've been doing a lot of things in my personal life, a lot of moves, a lot of things going on. But today I want to put together something that I thought was new and a little bit more fresh than seeing mono red or humans or domain or whatever. So this is Azorius Tokens. Run through the deck with you a little bit here. I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you for liking, thanks for subscribing. So here's the basic idea. We're trying to make as many tokens as possible, and we're leveraging counter spells that care about sacrificing creatures or the number of creatures that we have to kind of do a little bit of like a tempo play on this. So if we can get a few things out early and protect them and trigger some of our battles from March of the Machine, we're in really good shape. So at the bottom we have two Fading Hopes. It's a great tempo play. I've always loved that card. It's an unsummon, plus you get to scry if the mana value is 3 or less. We got a couple Fateful Absences. These are unconditional removal if you can destroy a target creature or planeswalker. Good for taking out your Shieldreds, good for taking out your planeswalkers. The controller gets to investigate. Hopefully we don't really care about that too much. There's a lot of mono red in the format right now. There's a lot of aggression. So I found that there was a build that I was running without any life gain except for Wandering Emperor, and I was always just on the border of stabilizing the games, and then I would get killed with like a lightning strike. So for that reason, we have Intrepid Adversary here. This is a great little 2-drop, a 3/1 lifelink. If you're playing against mono red, Gruul, Boros, things like that, you get a couple of hits in here, or you even block one of their creatures and trade with it. That 3 life can make a big difference. And also there's that upside of if you draw this late in the game, you have a couple of tokens from your Wandering Emperor or your Wedding Announcement. You just pay that extra, 2 mana, so you have 6 mana, and then you can just kind of go from there. Regal Bunnicorn. This card is surprisingly good. Whenever Spoiler Season came out for Wilds of Eldraine, I was kind of like, well, it doesn't have trample. It's kind of just a vanilla thing. But the key to breaking this card is playing enchantments that make tokens, battles that make tokens, things like that. Because for every permanent that you have, it just gets huge. So whenever it gets out of range of cut down, whenever it gets out of range of burn, it's just big. So one of the cool things is on turn 2, you can do a Regal Bunnicorn. If it's not removed, then you can play, one of our 3-drops here, Invasion of Segovia, and you can immediately flip it, and then pretty much you're off to the races from there. So Regal Bunnicorn is just gets massive. Make Disappear, great counter spell if you have blood to spare and tokens to sacrifice things for casualty. Protect the Negotiators from Dominaria United. I have played this card a lot. I think probably more than most content creators and most people. I've really liked it in token builds because once you get 3 or 4 tokens on the field and they try to cast anything that really matters, say on turn 6 or 7 they're tapping 4, 5, 6 mana and you have 3 or 4 creatures, it's a hard counter there. Invasion of New Phyrexia. Cut this down to 2 instead of 4 because I was feeling like in the best of 1 format it was just a little bit too slow. But Invasion of New Phyrexia running 2 copies in here, very good for making knights. They also have vigilance, and if you can flip this into Teferi. Teferi is card draw for you. It also buffs your knights that you can also make from Virtue of Loyalty for -2, and -3 is a good way to remove something if you have the creatures and shuffle a thing back into your opponent's library. Wedding Announcement, good old trusty, was good when it was released in Crimson Vow, is good now. Adeline, was good, is good. We love it. Invasion of Segovia, this is what I'm talking about. So a good curve is Regal Bunnicorn turn 2, Invasion of Segovia turn 3. Make yourself a couple of Krakens plus the 1 permanent count of the battle, meaning your Bunnicorn is now like a 4/4. Swing in, flip this, give all of your non-creature spells Convoke, including Wandering Emperor, Wedding Announcement, things like that. Beginning of your end step, untap creatures. It's really hard to recover for them after that. 1 Memory Deluge for a little bit of card draw. Still kind of on the fence about the Memory Deluge. I think it's good. I was also kicking around the idea of doing Takashi's Welcome. So if you want to experiment there, that might be a good route as well. For Virtue of Loyalty. Virtue of Loyalty looked good during Spoiler Season. It is good. 5 mana, beginning of your end step, put a +1 counter on each creature you control, untap those creatures. But Ardenvale Fealty, the adventure, is where it really shines. A lot of people that play this card, surprising amount, don't realize that it's an instant. So this can really surprise your more aggressive opponents. So you don't have to play this at sorcery speed to make the knight. You can make this in response to them attacking you. You can make this in response to them playing a spell. Say you have a Protect the Negotiators that counters a spell, makes them pay 1 for each creature you have. If you have 4 mana, you can flash this in at that point, and then you can get that critical mass of, like, say they have only 1 mana to spare, you have 1 creature, you can Protect the Negotiators and counter their spell. So always keep in mind this is an instant. Iganjo, Seat of the Empire, we have 3. Odawara, Soaring City, we have 2. We have Attica Waste, Deserted Beach, Seachrome, Coast Bars, Headquarters, and we have 2. Mirex, because always making tokens is great. Mirex, we don't really care about the Toxic, but there's a lot of times where you'll be, you know, doing really aggressive things. Your opponent goes down to 4 life, and then they wipe the board. You may have a wedding announcement that has 3 counters on it, so all your creatures get +1/+1. Make a Mirex as a 2/2 or a 3/3, you're good to go. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Alright, opponent goes first. We only have 1 blue mana, and we have 2 Iganjo, Seat of the Empires. It's a legendary land, so we can't use both of them. But if we can draw another land, any other land, we'll be in really pretty decent shape. I think we're going to keep this. So we're going to go Regal Bunnycorn turn 2. See if our bunny friend can stick, and then we'll go right into Adeline, because any other land we draw will have the double white needed for Adeline. And then if we can stick those 2 things, Bunnycorn just gets massive with the tokens that Adeline creates, and then we'll have a counterspell to protect our stuff and Wandering Emperor. So I don't feel too bad about this. It's a little bit weird to have 2 Iganjo, but hey, you know what? We draw any other land, we'll have an Iganjo needed to deal 4 damage to something attacking us. We'll be fine. Okay, Swamp it is. Alright, so we're going to definitely play one of those Iganjo, so let's get that out now. No need to play Attica Waste and take damage. Okay. Bunnycorn. I feel like it's very good cut down bait right now. You want to cut that down before it gets bigger. But that's okay. Ayara's Oathsworn. This is from the Aftermath. Let me read this again. 2/2 Menace. When it deals combat damage to a player but has fewer than 4 +1 counters on it, put a +1 counter on it. Then if it has exactly 4, search your library for a card, put it in your hand, then shuffle. I see. Alright, well, we didn't draw our land. So, we'll hold. Can use Fateful Absence on that. Now they're going to get rid of it. Let's say no. I'm going to use a counter on that because they didn't remove it. If they deal damage to us with this menace, they get a 3/3. That's fine. Alright, now we have a chance. We have an opportunity here. In Bunny, 3/3. It's out of the range of cut down. Alright, sorry, Bunny. You gotta go. Well, I found a use for our other Iganjo. Goodbye. Alright, so they're going to come in with the Oathsworn. We're going to deal 4 damage to it and kill it. And we're going to depend on our little human tokens to do some work for us while we draw our other lands. It's an invasion of Segovia. That's not too bad at all. You want to take him to 9, or we'll go in with the invasion. Send 2 your way, invasion. If we're low on lands, we could use this. When we transform this, is going to be a 3/3 with Convoke. And we definitely want to use that Convoke to do things. So let's pay 3 life, get rid of the Flesh Gorger. We'll send 2 here. We'll send 1 there. Untap up to 4 creatures. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do this. Cast this. End our turn. Untap 4 creatures, and now we have 2 white, 2 blue for a Wandering Emperor. We can convoke that now because we have Cadus, Sea Tyrannus, Segovia. Alright, we convoke you. Alright, good game. Off to a strong start against an unconventional mono black build. We'll see where it goes from here. We're going first. 3 lands I like, and 3 duels at that, and we can bring them in an order such that they all come in untapped, which is cool. What I don't like is we have only 3 drops and an invasion, but we'll go ahead and keep it. Hopefully we can get a 2-drop out of the deck and then just start rolling here. Alright, start with a Sea Chrome Coast, then Attica Waste, then Deserted Beach. Oh, good. Virtue of Loyalty, baby. That's what we like to see. That's an instant speed 2/2 Knight with Vigilance. Opponent's on a Restless Cottage, so Golgari, 2 Restless Cottages. Alright. Let's get our 2/2 Knight out, and then let's go Adeline. That is a spicy turn 2 into turn 3. Here we go. Especially with 2 Golgari tap lands. Goodbye, Adeline. Goodbye, Adeline. It's been nice. Invasion. Invasion of New Phyrexia or Wedding Announcement. Let's go Wedding Announcement. Keep the card draw coming. Virtue Persistence, a life gain action. Okay. Attack you for 1. Announcement. A couple more tokens. Cottage takes 4 to become a 4/4 black and green horror creature token. That's not very kind. Yeah, we'll get a land. Sure. Liliana of the Veil. That's actually not too bad for us because we have tokens, so we have blood to spare. Discard? Yeah.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Fading Hope. What do they have in here? Dread Knight. Okay, so they have 5 mana. They're a little ways away from doing Virtue of Persistence. They can likely say discard a card from Liliana. We don't really want to discard our Invasion of New Phyrexia, but we also want to have a counter spell up. I think I'm going to attack. Block with a Dread Knight, and they get to draw a card, lose a life. Play it again. I'm going to hold back. We're just going to say they're Golgari and they don't have a sweeper. So we're just going to make a bunch of tokens with counterspell backup for that Virtue of Persistence. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Human.
Must be made.
And a Glissa. Okay. So we have 5 3/3s with vigilance. One will die to Glissa. We can point 2 at Liliana and 2 at the invasion. Yeah, we'll go 3 here. Here and here.
I'll be back with friends.
Counterspell backup. All right, we got there. Didn't really want to counter a Dread Knight, sort of anticlimactic, but you know what? It was enough. Good game. All right, we're going first 4 lands, couple counter spells, and Wandering Emperor. This is a pretty terrible hand. Let's keep it. Because we're making a video here. We want to see how the deck does when you keep a terrible hand. So let's do it. Oh my god, especially against mono red or Rakdos or whatever aggressive thing this is going to be. All right. Well, we're going to have to just counter a thing, and then Wandering Emperor. Which could work out fine. Take the 1. Okay, Rakdos. Kumano. We're just countering things. Feels weird countering a Kumano, but Kumano is a very good card. Wouldn't surprise me to see them drop a Gix. Would not surprise me at all. Let's drop a Mirex. So we have a Ganjo online. This feels like a deck that wants to play Gix and hit with a bunch of things and draw a bunch of cards. What's your 3-drop? Harvester, we're going to counter that too. We're countering all the things. All right, Emperor's online. We'll take the 1. Not worried about showing my Emperor just yet. We'll take that 1. Make him think about, do we have another counterspell? Do I play the Shieldred here? Because they might have another counterspell. Is this an Anvil deck? Do we want to counter it with our imaginary one? No. That's fine.
I've conquered entire plains. One city will be easy. By coin or carnage, tribute is owed. Your punishment is my entertainment.
I'm home. Guards, to me.
This isn't over.
May your blade strike true.
We'll discard that Plains. We also can make a token with the Mirex. That's basically what we can do right now. Braids. Sure.
By
we'll go +1 here in first strike.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Right at Ob Nixilis. They block with Braids, we'll go Iganjo on Braids. Two damage. Instead it deals 3 damage and you scry 1. Okay. We'll let that go because now they might feel safe to block with Braids.
Oh, you've got Moxie.
I have 1 card left. We'll take the damage.
Go ahead, plead for mercy.
You want to attack with Braids. You know you want to attack with Braids to try to get the Wandering Emperor, so go ahead and do it. Let me bring this Iganjo Seed of the Empire to Braids' face. Do it. It's free real estate. We'll block. What do they have? Oh, they're in Torch the Tower. Okay.
I'm never done for good.
Good pull. So that kills Ob Nixilis. That's the way we like to do it. That becomes a 4/4. And then we kill this. And then bring him to pure top deck mode with lands.
Wipe that smug look off your face.
Lose 2 life, get rid of our Emperor. Ouch, that kind of hurts. Scry 2, let's hit for 9. And we still got Mirex, which will be a 2/2. We don't care about the Toxic, but it's fine. Braids. Resolve that. Sack a land or a creature. They could make us, I mean, they could sacrifice Braids itself, right? All right, we got there. Good game. Rakdos sacrifice. All right, we're going first 3 lands. We got a Fateful Absence. We've got an Adeline. Yeah, I'd like it better if we had a 2-drop creature. But we have some good cards here. An Epicure. Ping! Oh, look. There's a Bunnycorn. That's nice. Yeah. We'll bring a Bunnycorn in. If they don't... So they can either kill the Bunnycorn and stop us, or they can progress their board. I'm hoping they progress their board. Lethal Demolition. That's okay. All right, pretty spicy. So we're gonna bring Adeline in. This is gonna be a 3/3, so they can sacrifice all their goblins and kill it if they would like to. Okay. I'm good with that trade. This is a fun game. All right, Raging Battle Mouse. Oh, so they're going Battle Mouse and Bunnycorn themselves. The Celebration. 2 or more non-land permanents come in. Target creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Okay. Okay. So we attack here. We keep our creature count up. This is interesting because it's like two different versions of the same kind of thing, where like they want to get celebration going and get as many permanents out as they can, but we also want to do as many things as we can. So Adelin's stoking the flames at sorcery speed on Adelin. Okay. So Bunnycorn is going to get a Fateful Absence to the face. That's for sure. We're going to keep the pressure rolling here. We want the tokens, so I'm going to only attack with one thing. Just let it go. Frontliner, another target creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn when it attacks, and it has Unearth for 1 white. Imitating's Recruiter. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste till end of turn. Okay. So Bunnycorn's gonna get picked off by a Fateful Absence. Okay. That's a lot of damage coming in. We have 18 life though still. Okay, so let's set this up. So what can we kill with the 1/1s? We can kill this token, we can kill this, and we can kill the Bunnycorn, giving us 4, 8, 9, 10 damage, bringing us to 8, leaving them with a Frontliner, Imidane's Recruiter, and a Battle Mouse. Seems right. Okay, as long as I don't really bring anything in the air, we're pretty good. A Scoundrel. Okay. Got there. They played a couple of land creatures and they're like, okay, we're done.